So of course, when you're a baby, walking was hard. You never thought that you couldn't do it. You just knew that you wanted to walk. So it didn't matter how many times you failed, how many times you tripped, how scared you were. At some point, you had to walk. Everybody else is walking to get around. Even though you may not have been thinking that in your head as a baby, we were fearless as kids. We were fearless as babies. Before we learned how to be afraid, before we knew limitations, we just knew what had to be done and we just did it. Yo, welcome back to Mentality Fleet. I am Fleetwood, and this is the conversation station. So I'm just tapping back in with my fleet, tapping back in with my community like I always do. And yeah, man, I'm just back at it again. Got some more things on my mind that I want to get off my mind, off my chest. You know what I mean? I want to talk about these things. And we come here and we just tap in with each other so we can have these conversations, we can have these discussions, and we can talk, we can bounce ideas off each other, just as always. And if this is your first time visiting, if this is your first time seeing this, just consider tapping that subscribe button. And turn on the bell notifications if you do. And don't forget to like, comment, get down in the comment section, just engage, man, get some reactions going. That helps with the YouTube algorithm, so we can help build this community even faster, so that we can help each other even more. It's gonna be entertainment, it's gonna be thought-provoking conversations. We just gonna bounce ideas off each other. I'm about to start going live soon. Man, we just trying to build something here. So with that being said, the topic of today is everything is easy. Well, I won't say everything is easy per se, but everything is simple. And what I mean by that is, anything you put your mind to, anything you want to do, you can actually do it. And I just want all you guys to know that. I want you to feel that deep in your heart. I want you to put that in your mind so that you know that it's possible. There's nothing too hard for you to accomplish, really. If there's as long as it doesn't take superior, genes or superior genetics, athleticism or something, where you just or to be a genius, have that type of superior mind, if you per se. Everything else is easy, or if unless there's a human barrier of entry, in other words, unless somebody's gatekeeper. If you have gatekeepers to different industries and stuff like that, then it may not be as easy, it may not be as simple. But anything else, I mean, hey, it is easy, it's simple. All you have to do is just do it. Like everything else is easy and simple. All you have to do is just put your mind to it. You got to have the passion for it. You have to have the willingness to work for it. You have to have the intentions to accomplish whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. You know what I mean? You have to be able to be patient enough to work and to just do whatever it takes, as long as it takes to accomplish that. You have to be bold and fearless enough to know that you can do it, to be crazy enough to believe it. It only takes the passion and the willingness to work hard enough and long enough, and to really believe, just be crazy enough to believe in your mind and in your heart you can actually accomplish whatever this goal is that you're trying to obtain. Everything is easy. You have to be patient enough to know that it's gonna take some time, and you have to be willing to do the research. You have to be willing to just stay on course. Just don't fall off the wagon. Just make sure you stay on it, stay at it, and you can do it. Everything is easy. Anything is easy, and I'm gonna give you some examples. So, some examples are, just learning how to fix things. Fix things around the house, work on your car, learn programs on computers, just anything, download anything you can think of. All you have to do is just work on it. So I'll give you an example. When we were all babies, right, we didn't know how to walk, talk, do anything. So I just started walking. So of course, when you're a baby, walking was hard. You never thought that you couldn't do it. You just knew that you wanted to walk. So it didn't matter how many times you failed, how many times you tripped, how scared you were. At some point, you had to walk. Everybody else was walking to get around. Even though you may not have been thinking that in your head as a baby, we were fearless as kids. We were fearless as babies. Before we learned how to be afraid, before we knew limitations, we just knew what had to be done, and we just did it. I know that's a simple way of putting it, but if you think about it in its simplest form, when we were babies, we didn't know how to walk. We didn't know how to do this thing I'm doing right now that I like to do so much, talk, communicate with each other. We had no idea how to do those things. We just saw people doing it as kids and as babies, and then we learned how to do that. Riding a bike is another thing. You saw people ride bikes. When we were trying to ride bikes as kids, we were so afraid. Sometimes we fell. We saw other people fall. It gave us a little. We were kind of scared to hop on that bike, and especially when we fell. If you fall hard, it's like, oh my God. Before you learn how to ride the bike, it's just scary. But you see all your friends who already learned how to ride the bike. You see how fast they're going, how far they're going, and what they're being able, how much ground they can cover on their bikes, and how fun that looks. Man, you knew there was going to be nothing that was going to stop you from learning how to ride that bike. So we had that in our minds, we had that in our hearts. We were just crazy enough to go for it. We weren't the goal that we wanted to accomplish overtook and took more precedence over the fear. So the thing that stops us now a lot of the times is just fear. And we're overthinking things, we're overanalyzing, we're not taking the time to just move on it. And it's really easy. Everything in life at this point is simple. All you have to do is research, and you have to be confident enough, you have to be patient enough, you have to have the drive, and you have to have the intention to make it happen. I'm telling you, with this YouTube channel, I mean, it's tough. It seems tough, but I know the issue is I'm just not as consistent as I need to be. I haven't done enough research. The time that I have to put towards building my YouTube channel is not where I would want it to be. So I have to, it's more of a struggle than it has to be. I haven't really found my market yet. I haven't really found my audience yet. So I have some people to come on to the channel and support, and some people drop off. And I really appreciate everybody that's watching this video up until this point right now. If you subscribed, I hope you're getting some kind of enjoyment, some kind of value, something out of this content that keeps you here, some kind of entertainment that keeps you coming back. And if you're new to me and you're new to seeing this channel and this content, man, I hope you would consider just giving that button, hitting that subscribe button for me, and just hanging in there a little bit, seeing what other content I have, just checking everything out, see what else I have to offer in the future, and just stick around because we're trying to build something here. However, with that being said, I do know that it's simple to build this YouTube channel. It's simple to build up my subscriber count and to build my foundation and my base and my audience and my support group. But I sometimes don't have the time or the energy, but those are just excuses. We have to work through those things. We have to power through those things. And by the research, I know what I need to do. And it's just like going to school. You want to go to school for something. We didn't know how to add, subtract. We didn't know how to read. We didn't know things, about our past as far as our history. We didn't know how things worked as far as science and how our bodies work and how nature is and all. We didn't know any of those things at first. And if we were just born yesterday and we had all these things just, thrusted upon us to where we should know this stuff and we didn't, we wouldn't be able to, we would think that it's too hard. But all it is it takes patience, it takes repetition, it takes a willingness or